What's going on, guys? As you can see, I'm on reflection, right? Like this is a map reflection, and most of you are probably aware that you aren't able to spawn any vehicles whatsoever. Like legit, there's not. It won't even say vehicles on the forge menu. Nothing. And as you can see, there's the vehicles right in front of me. Now, I'm gonna make a tutorial on how to do that. And yeah. Alright, guys. So the first thing you gotta do is you're gonna need assembly, and obviously you need a modified Xbox. So before anyone leaves a comment asking, do you need a modified Xbox or an RGH or a JTAG or whatever? Yes, you do need it. You cannot do this on a normal Xbox. You need a modified Xbox that runs Unsigned code. Alright, so anyways, we're gonna be doing this. You can do this on any map. As you can see, we're gonna be doing this on a reflection. So before we open up assembly, if you don't do this step, it's not going to work at all. So what you got to do is click on assembly. If you don't have one of these folders called resources, you need to make one. If you don't make one, this whole tutorial is not going to work. So once you make that folder, you're going to go in it, and you need 3 of these maps. You can get these maps off your Halo Reach disk, or if you have Halo Reach on your hard drive, which you should already know how to do. I'll show you. You just open up neighborhood. Click on JTAG, retail hard drive emulation, games, and then look for Halo Reach right there. Now, if you don't have it on your hard drive, you can still get the maps off a CD. So just put the CD in your Xbox, and you can do the same thing. So you click on maps. Alright, let's give it a second. Alright, and then you're going to look for these 3 maps. And then you drag and drop them over here. You need 3 of these maps. They're resources. Like, it's going to use files, you know. Campaign, main menu, and shared. All 3 of these maps are over a gig. So once you do that, you're all set. You can begin a tutorial. So go on assembly. Now, we're going to start off with, alright, open up Forge World, as you can see. Forge World, like, it has everything. The Banshee, the Warhog, and Reflection doesn't have any of the maps. So what we're gonna do, hold on a second, let's start fresh. I'm just gonna put this in a random folder. Just so you guys we can do it. Alright, this is a clean reflection, right? Brand new, I didn't even mod it, nothing. So we're gonna close this one because that one's modded. Alright, so we just have Forge World, right? Let me close everything just to keep it simple for you guys. Alright, so you open up your Forge World. What do? Alright, what you're going to do is you're going to go down to vehicles, right? And for example, if you have to do one at a time. So as you can see, Banshee, and click on Banshee. You're going to right click on it. You're going to extract with raw. Don't do this one because it's not going to work. You're going to click on that. You can name it whatever you want, but I'm just going to name it Banshee. And I already have it on my desktop. So what it's going to do, it's going to make a Banshee. It's all of the files that contain the Banshee. The skin, the everything. The gunner, the turret. It's just the Banshee file. It's the whole thing. There's like 900 tags or something. So, and then go back to assembly. Alright, now that you extracted the Banshee, we're going to open up Reflection. So we're going to open it on the desktop. It's called Ivory Tower because that's the internal name, which is the Halo 2 original map. So we're going to click on tags, scroll all the way down. Actually, you don't have to scroll all the way down, but I'm going to actually show you. See? If you go to, there is a vehicle tag, but what's in the vehicle tag is the machine gun, which is a turret, and the plasma turret. There's only turrets, which are considered vehicles in Halo Reach. There's no Banshee, there's no Warhog, you don't see none of that. So you're going to click on import. Look for that Banshee tag that you extracted. Double click on it, and you have to give it a few seconds because it's actually injecting all the files of the Banshee. Alright, so as you can see, it says imported 275 tags, you know, data blocks, all that. So it's every single thing. Now, if you actually go to the vehicle tag again, you're going to actually see Banshee, and you click on it, it has everything. Like, you basically just, you know, you injected it. But you're not done yet. You can't just, like, in Forge mode, it doesn't exist. Now, to obtain the Banshee, you're gonna have to do a few things. You can do a couple other things. You can make it so when you throw a grenade, it'll spawn one, or you can just do it with a forge pallet. So I'm gonna do it a forge pallet way, just to make it easier for you guys. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna scroll all the way down to SCNR, right? Click on it. You're gonna type in sand. Now you're gonna see the budget. You know, when you spawn stuff, you have a budget. You can just make whatever you want, so you can never run out. So you're gonna go all the way up here where it says sandbox budget. You're gonna go to palette. Now this may be a little confusing, but look very closely. This is actually the whole forge menu. So like for example, if you go to forge, right? Normally, like you're gonna see weapons, covenant weapons. So you can do this differently, but if you want to do it like this is the way I do it. So for example, you're gonna go to the let's just do the first one, not to make it confusing. See where it says weapons human? Alright, now see the assault rifle? Like when you spawn assault rifle in forge, you're gonna spawn an assault rifle. So if you click on weapon, and you're gonna scroll down the list and click on vehicle. Remember, we saw this over here, remember? With the Banshees. Now click it again on this side, and you're gonna notice the Banshees in there, and yeah. So, and we're gonna hit poke, because I'm gonna show you. Alright, so now if you actually, like normally, if you spawn an assault rifle like you normally do in Forge, it's actually gonna spawn a Banshee, not an assault rifle, that's one way how to do it. Now, if you go here, now you probably don't like the fact that it says weapons and it says assault rifle. So what you can do, before you do this, you can't just poke it. You have to put the map. You have to save the map right here. Click save, and you have to put it on your Xbox, because right now your map normally doesn't have the Banshee in it. Yeah, you have to at least have the Banshee in the map file while it's on your Xbox to RTE the stuff. So yeah. But yeah, here's another way to make it easier. Like if you want to make your own map and all that stuff, you're gonna go to strings in English. If you click Chinese or whatever, then I don't know how far you got into this video and you still understand me talking, but you're gonna go all the way down here, and it'll say forge_strings. That's all, like when you go in the forge menu, it's all the words. In case you don't know what strings means, it's this text. So you click on it, and these are all the strings. So basically, weapon, like the weapon, comma, human, right? Whoops, just type in weapon, and as you can see, it's right here. This is the forge part. Like if you want to name it vehicles, you can do that, and you hit save. Now instead of saying that, it's gonna say vehicles. It's like you're making it like its own little tab. So once you're in there, you're gonna type in assault, and see the assault rifle. Obviously, we did it to a Banshee, so you name it Banshee, and you hit save, and then you put the map right back on your Xbox, and you replace it, and it's gonna say what we just changed. You can change a lot of things. Like you can even, like for example, if there's nothing that you modded with the DMR, you can make it blank, so it looks like just it's a vehicle, like this, and it'll be blank. You can do that, and it'll do it. See? So it'll be Banshee blank on the bottom, and you can do blank, 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 or you can just add more vehicles. But not all vehicles work. Now, let me show you something on the Xbox. Alright, so now on the Xbox, I actually made this map, and it took me a few days because, yeah. So as you can see, I changed a lot of the strings. See, it says there's no, now enough menu here. I changed a lot of things. So here you can see clearly, like, better of what I was talking about earlier. So remember how I renamed the weapon? I did the one earlier on. So click on vehicles, as you can see. See, I made these blank because now these are the 3 of the vehicles that I got to work so far. Now, if you got this far, you're gonna notice when you get in, there's like no Asians, none of that, which is because how to fix that, but invisible, so because right now, if I didn't make yourself invisible, you're gonna be standing up looking like an idiot. But yeah, everything works, but when you shoot, you don't really hear it too well because it's probably like some of the tags aren't in there. Like there's other stuff that make up the noise and projectile that are not like injected, and you can't get out unless you go forge. But yeah, you can spawn them. You can do whatever like normal. Spawn warhogs. Hey, I'll show you what it looks like when the animation's messed up. See, as you can see. So I made it so when you get in there and then the gunner, so it at least looks decent in there, see? It just kind of looks funny. But yeah, if you have any other questions, just leave a comment. I'm sure there's other things you can do. I tried it with a Pelican, but it won't work. You have to like set seats and like animate. You have to do a little bit more. But pretty cool. I mean, you can still get in a Banshee and fly out of the map, which is pretty cool. Everything works though, it functions normally. You could do this on any map, like if a campaign map, like some campaign maps won't have a Banshee, so you can just inject Banshees and you can spawn them in and just fly a Banshee through the map or whatever. You can just try different maps and see what you can come up with. I'm pretty sure you can do this with any tag, like weapons. I'm pretty sure you can. And you most likely, I gotta try more things, but you might be able to also do it with, bipeds like grunts and elites and all that. But like I said, if you guys have any other questions or if you're stuck on something or if something's giving you an error, just let me know and I most likely can fix the problem for you. But yeah, it's Shady here and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.